Let's start our list with Girlfriend. Our protagonist is a first-year high school student. He starts dating his childhood friend, whom he liked for a long time. However, one day a beautiful young girl named Nagisa also confesses to him. At first, he tries to reject her, but is soon overcome by feelings of not wanting to hurt her. He comes up with a solution to make both girls happy. That is, to timing. While his girlfriend is angry and reluctant at first about the idea, she eventually agrees. Personally, I was having a hard time diving into the show just by looking at this bizarre synopsis. But I can't deny the fact that it's too funny. If comedy is something you look highly while picking a particular show, then I highly suggest you give it a try. In 9th place, we have Haruchika. Things look bleak for the school's instrument club until our protagonist and her childhood friends step in to save the day. They're working hard to save the club by recruiting new members. However, her high school life just won't go according to plan, as mysteries begin appearing around her and her friends. Now club members must work together to solve the mysteries plaguing the school. In my opinion, this is not the greatest anime ever, but it has some good points and bits that make it into an enjoyable experience. I'd recommend you give it a try and decide for yourself.
Time continues marching, it slowly crawls.
Coming in 8th place, we have Classroom Crisis. With aims to one day reach out into the stars, humanity has colonized all the planets of the solar system. In Martian Colony 4th Tokyo lies a classroom of Kirishina Corporation's brightest minds. Story follows our protagonist as he transfers to this classroom to fulfill his own mission. As he is dragged further and further into Kirishina Corporation's conspiracies, friendships grow and pasts are unveiled. Now he must fight to avert the classroom crisis. I feel it's the type of show where you have to invest some time to extract enjoyment out of it. Overall, it's a decent show that needs more love than it's currently getting. In 7th place, we have Anonymous Noise. Blessed with a beautiful voice, our protagonist only sings to be found. She finds herself looking for two boys who left her without reason. By chance, all three of them end up in the same high school, and she discovers that her singing isn't in vain. As they rediscover their bonds, the group realizes that time changes many things, and sometimes certain things can't be repaired. As you can guess, this show is definitely not for everyone. You either hate it or love it. Actually, it depends on your taste in music and genre. Overall, if you're into teenage drama and don't mind a good love triangle, you'll end up liking this anime. Moving on, we have I've Always Liked You. Our protagonist is a third-year student at Sakuragaoka High School, and she has feelings for her childhood friend. Unable to be true to her own feelings, she tells him that she is merely using him to practice confessing her love to someone. While she deals with her failed confession, fellow classmate Koyuki struggles with his own feelings for her. Despite his timidness, he is determined to win over her heart. In my opinion, this anime is really heartwarming. If you are looking for a sweet, fluffy and carefree show to watch and spend your free time, then I highly recommend you to try this one. It definitely falls under that underrated category. In 5th place, we have Sola. Our protagonist is a normal student who has an abnormal obsession for the sky. One day, he meets a strange girl named Matsuri, who shares his interest, but she isn't a human. She is immortal and cannot stand the sunlight. Now he must protect her from the strange man who wants to use her powers. I feel this show is really well made. It sure starts slow, but it catches the pace quickly. Overall, if you're looking for a good storyline with a heartwarming ending, then I highly recommend you try this. However, if you cannot stand a slow pace, especially at the beginning, and need action every episode to keep you going, you will most likely not like this show. In fourth place, we have Tata Never Falls in Love. Our protagonist is a high school student and an aspiring photographer. Love has never been a concern for him. However, things take a turn as he meets a beautiful foreigner named Teresa. After some random encounters, he invites her to his family coffee shop. There she explains that she's separated from her traveling companion named Alec. After helping her, they both say goodbye. But expectedly, they both show up as transfer students in his class the next day. Now his life is going to get more lively, as new feelings have started blooming between them. Despite lacking in production values and little grips here and there, show really does a great job in plot and characters. I wonder why such heartwarming shows get overlooked so easily. Coming in at third place, we have A Lull in the Sea. Long ago, humans lived in the sea. However, some humans defied the sea god and moved to the land, creating the division that now exists between the sea village and the village of the land. Now for middle school students from the sea village must attend middle school on the surface. While getting used to their lifestyle, they learn how true bonds of love and friendship can overcome any separation. I feel the main focus of the show is its storyline and characters. You guys must be familiar with this anime already, but if you're not, I'd suggest you give it a shot. You'll not regret it. It's a well-paced and brilliantly executed plot with lovable and cute characters. In second place, we have Baby Steps. The story follows our protagonist, who's a 15-year-old high school boy. One day he stops by a tennis school to deal with his lack of exercise. There, he meets Natsu, a beautiful, earnest girl who only has passion for tennis. He awakens a deep passion for tennis within himself. Little by little, his skills begin to improve, and he hopes to stand on equal footing with tennis best players. Don't get me wrong, it has a significant amount of romance to keep you hyped. I highly recommend this anime to people who enjoy watching sports anime and don't mind little romance. It takes a very different approach to a sports genre, and it deserves more recognition, in my opinion. In the first place, we have No Dame Cantabile. Our protagonist is a first-class musician who dreams of playing among the elites in Europe. But the only thing stopping him from leaving is his fear of flying. During his fourth year, he meets a girl named Megumi. On the surface, she seems like a girl with no direction in life. But when she starts playing piano, he gets shocked hearing her music. Later, he discovers that she's his neighbor, and even worse, she ends up falling in love with him. I think some people will find the pacing a little slow, but in my opinion it's enough to give time to each character. Overall, I highly recommend you to try this anime if you're looking for a romance show with the touch of music.
Sure.